The cacophony of a twisted carnival, the distant, unsettling laughter echoing through neon-lit halls, this was Murder World. Not the usual grim battlefield Nightcrawler and his team Excalibur might find themselves on, but a gaudy, dangerous amusement park designed for villainous games. And yet, here they were, led by the agile, blue-furred mutant Kurt Wagner on a mission that felt plucked straight from a fever dream. Their objective, Courtney Ross, an important figure in Captain Britain's past, now trapped within this bizarre labyrinth. Excalibur, a team known for its whimsical nature as much as its heroic deeds, was well suited for such an unconventional rescue. Still, nothing could have truly prepared them for the particular brand of madness that awaited. As they navigated the perilous attractions, dodging killer clowns and exploding bumper cars, they stumbled upon the architects of this particular brand of chaos, the Crazy Gang. Imagine, if you will, the classic characters of Lewis Carroll's Wonderland, but warped through a funhouse mirror and armed with deadly intent. There was the Tweedledum and Tweedledee duo, King and Queen of Hearts, a sinister March Hare, and a Mad Hatter whose tea party held more than just poisoned pastries. Leading them was a grotesque jester, a figure of mocking glee and surprising agility. The ensuing confrontation was less a superhero brawl and more a surreal ballet of chaos. Nightcrawler, with his natural grace and theatrical flair, was in his element, teleporting through the onslaught, deflecting attacks with his tail, and trying to keep his team organized amidst the absurdity. He might have been leading Excalibur, but in that moment, he felt like he was conducting a very dangerous, very strange symphony. And then, just as the fight reached its crescendo, the truly bizarre occurred. Amidst a flash of chaotic energy, perhaps a trick from the Mad Hatter's hat or a misfired jape from the jester, a peculiar shift rippled through the air. One moment, Kurt was Nightcrawler, his blue fur a blur of motion. The next, he was the Jester. And the Jester, to his utter confusion and very vocal dismay, found himself in Nightcrawler's distinctive three-fingered body. Imagine the shock, the immediate disorientation. Kurt, the ever-acrobatic showman, was now trapped in a body he didn't recognize, a body that moved differently, thought differently, and worst of all, was currently fighting against his own teammates. The Jester's garish costume clung uncomfortably, and his new, unfamiliar form felt heavy, clumsy. Yet, somewhere deep down, Kurt's innate resilience and playful spirit kicked in. This wasn't just a battle, it was a performance, and he was determined not to miss his cue. He had to operate with incredible mental agility, not only fighting a battle he had started as himself, but now fighting it as the enemy, while in the enemy's body. The challenge was immense. How do you signal to your teammates, who see only the Jester, that it's actually Nightcrawler within? How do you use a body you're not accustomed to, mimicking its owner's movements while trying to project your own intentions? It was a testament to Kurt's improvisational genius. He began to move in ways the Jester never would, with a certain balletic grace, a surprising restraint, and even, at times, a subtle, familiar flourish that only his closest teammates, like Captain Britain or Kitty Pryde, might recognize. There was a unique humor in the situation, watching Kurt, the usually charming and empathetic hero, forced to wear the grotesque smile of his foe, while his actual body was flailing about under the control of a villain. This bizarre body swap was, in many ways, the perfect distillation of the Excalibur series itself, a delightful blend of high-stakes adventure and utterly bonkers, whimsical scenarios. It highlighted the series' unique charm, reminding everyone that superhero stories didn't always need to be grim and gritty. They could be wonderfully absurd, deeply humorous, and still profoundly heroic. And for Kurt, it was a moment that perfectly encapsulated his own character. His acrobatic nature, his theatrical background, his inherent joy in the ridiculous, all of it came to the forefront. He wasn't just a hero, he was a performer. And even in the most bewildering of circumstances, he found a way to embrace the madness, navigate the confusion, and ultimately succeed in his mission. He tackled the problem with an almost visible smile, even when that smile belonged to the jester. The rescue of Courtney Ross under these wildly peculiar circumstances became a memorable chapter, not just for the sheer oddity of the body swap, but for the reminder it offered. In the vast, imaginative world of superheroes, the most unexpected adventures can sometimes be the most rewarding, and certainly the most fun. Kurt Wagner, Nightcrawler, always seemed to understand this, welcoming the absurd with open arms and a cheerful Bam! What do you think of Nightcrawler's unique approach to heroism? Have you ever found joy in the more whimsical corners of the superhero universe? Share your thoughts and favorite bizarre comic book moments in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this journey into the wonderfully weird, consider following for more tales from the unexpected side of heroism.